For a lot of cruisers, entertainment can really make or break the experience. Let's talk about the entertainment aboard the MSC Seaside. Hi, AJ here with Byte Size Cruises. Today I want to talk about all the entertainment on board MSC Seaside, the good, the bad, what I would do differently. So, jumping right in. As I mentioned in my included food review, this is a very weird ship. It was laid out oddly, but I will say the one thing that it did better is it did have two distinct venues. So I don't think those venues were used to the best of their abilities, but there were two entertainment venues that were being used most of the time. And that always helps to kind of with the flow of traffic, because you can have like the big thing happening in the main theater and you can have something else happening at the other end of the ship, and it kind of pulls some people away. My only issue with that setup is that they were not having things at that other venue while the main venue was going. So you did still have a lot of people congregating in the theater. Outside of the theater shows, there were some activities. It was actually strange because the last sea day, there were more activities than the first sea day, or even the, like the day that we were in, what was that, Cozumel. The day we were in Cozumel, there was like nothing happening even once we all got back on the boat. It was very strange. But for the shows, they were really good. So for the 7 nights, there were 6 shows. I'm racking my brain because the night of Cozumel, there wasn't anything going on in the main theater. There might have been a magician. I don't do magicians. So it would be strange to me that they would leave that day open and have nothing going on in the evening. So I think there was a magician. I might be wrong. But I went to 6 shows over the 7 nights. So they were Rock Nation, Moondance, a comedian, live from MSC, the crew talent show, and then Star Walker. So Rock Nation and Moondance were the ones that were the production cast. That was your singers and dancers of MSC. Also very strange to me that that was like the first 2 nights. They were so good. My only complaint with Moondance is, and you can go watch my day 2 vlog to get more information, but they did an encore of they did My Way, they did an encore of My Way, and My Way got a standing ovation. Other than that, they were fantastic. The dancing was pretty good. It was better than what we saw last time on Meraviglia, and it was pretty much on par with the dancers that are on a cruise ship. They did some tricks, but for the most part, it was pretty good there. And the singers were fantastic. I really enjoyed the singers. I thought that they did a really good job. And my big complaint with like all of the production shows on a lot of the cruise lines is that there's a little to no storyline. And that really bothers me. I really like a storyline. I don't like just sitting and listening to people sing. And like, my preference is for there to be a story being told. I just think it makes the experience more richer, and it really brings out and highlights the songs that you're singing. Even if they're ones people know, working them into some sort of storyline is amazing to me. And there was none of that. But the performers did an amazing job. The comedian, chances are it would be a different comedian. He was good. I didn't walk out. I didn't leave. I did a lot of the same things, poking fun at kids on cruise ships, poking fun at being married a long time. All of that type of, it's the cruise ship humor. He delivered it well. His timing was good. He was fine. Live from MSC was good. It was like circusy. So you had the 2 contortionists. You had the guys who were like lifting and using their weight to like balance each other. And I don't even know what that's called. I won't call them acrobatics, but like strength and acrobatics. They were amazing. You had the roller skate people, a juggler. They were amazing. Really enjoyed that. I think I just really enjoy circus performers now that I think about it, but that's okay. And then you had the crew talent show, which someone did My Way again. I to listen to it again. But they were all really good. This cruise talent show, what I did really like was the realization that the cruise talent shows really are different between the ships. The one that we saw on MSC was kind of the same both times, with like one or two different acts. And this one, almost all of them were singing. There wasn't a lot of dancing. There wasn't a lot of like the silly performances. It was pretty much just people coming up and singing. But it was really good, and the crew is really talented there. I actually think that the crew talent show, the crew on Seaside was more talented than the crew on the Meraviglia. But, you know, I think that's also a matter of opinion. And then you had Star Walker. And Star Walker, I was shocked that they did this. It was a Michael Jackson show. And it was all lip syncing, because there are very few people who can sing and dance the way Michael Jackson did. Taylor Swift is one of the only singers I know that doesn't rely entirely on lip syncing during her performances and like trains to be able to sing and dance at the same time. And so they opted to stick with the dancing to be the thing that showed off the Michael Jackson-ness of it. The performers there were amazing. Very, very good. It's hard to do a really good stand-in for Michael Jackson, and that's not something I would attempt on a cruise ship. There are a few performers that I wouldn't ever think of like putting on a cruise ship like that. This was a very Vegas-y show, which was amazing, and the lighting was cool, and that was really, really well done. And it was unlike anything I'd seen on any other ship, just having that kind of homage to a great talent and doing it justice, in my opinion. Now, do take that with a grain of salt. I was never like into Michael Jackson. So I recognize him for the talent that he is. I recognize that he was, you know, a 1 in a million talent. I also recognize that he was a human with some sketchy things. But whoever they had being Michael Jackson did such a great job. And I really do want to applaud them for rising to the occasion. So, and then also for that, you had the production cast come out and sing. So I assume that the dancers were in that, but the production cast did come out and do a couple of the songs and perform those live while the dancers danced. So overall, as far as the main theater shows, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Definitely did not feel like a chore to go to it. Definitely was not dreading them, and enjoyed my time in there. Really enjoyed that entertainment. Now, what other entertainment was going on the rest of the ship? So you did have a couple game shows. So there was the Love and Marriage show, which I don't know if I talked about this in my vlog. It was really strange. Leading up to the Love and Marriage show, some guy, like while they were picking out contestants, they were getting this older couple, like the been married since God was born couple on stage, and this young guy just walked up on stage and sat down in the like middle couple age seat. And if you're not familiar with Love and Marriage show, there's 3 couples, a set of newlyweds, a set of people who have been married like between 10 and 30 years, and then a couple who's been married for 50 plus years if possible, like just as long as possible. So he comes up and he sits in the middle seats on the stage, and he's like, so I guess that he thought if he just went up there with his partner and sat down that they would just be the de facto pick. But eventually his partner never joined him on stage, and he stood up and he walked away with the clipboard. So the poor couple in that seat was like, we're missing a clipboard. We don't have one. Like, what is happening? It was really strange, but that's always a fun time. So they had that. They had the Guinness Book of World Records, which was a lot of fun. There was the Voyagers Club show, which if you don't go to the Voyagers Club, like meeting meet the captain thing, I highly suggest you go because they always do have entertainment. So on Meraviglia, it was performances from the carousel show, and on here it was people from Live at MSC, and we actually got to see more during that than we did during Live at MSC, and it was amazing. They were such talented performers, so highly recommend that. And then you had your usual like bingo, trivia, dance classes, and some arts and crafts. So all in all, the entertainment on board the MSC Seaside was amazing. I had a really great time. I would 100% do it again. And I would recommend this ship if you like entertainment for people for the shows. I do wish there was a little bit more going on during the day, but you know, you have to balance that out with the crew you have and the ports and everything, and I can understand why there's not. One of my big critiques though is I do wish that there was more like live music and stuff happening and advertised while you're on the island. I think that that would be great to be able to kind of catch some shows and performances kind of outside, even if they're just like busker style. That would be amazing. But yeah, have you been on MSC Seaside? What did you think of the entertainment? How was it all for you? I would love to hear your thoughts. If you do go on MSC Seaside, do let me know what you think. And yeah, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video at all, I would please ask that you like and subscribe. It does help us out. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So that would be awesome if you could do that for me. And yeah, I will see you next time. Have a great day.